This week's edition of Diggnation is brought to you by TubesNow.com, GoDaddy.com, WineLibraryTV.com,
and Cougars, aged to perfection.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Diggnation, episode number 97. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the weekly top stories on the social news website, dig.com. That's digg.com.
That's right. And this week, we're kicking it with some wine, a little more vino. This is hardcore wine action.
Well, you picked this out.
Well, we picked these wines for Gary on WineLibraryTV.com to review. Mm-hmm. Sent them over there. He reviewed them and was so nice about it. He actually sent us the bottles we told him to review.
Yes.
So thank you, Gary, for that.
Mm-hmm. Cheers.
Where's so this is the Grant Burge.
Barge.
Grant Barge.
From Bars.
It's from Mesh.
It's a 2001.
It's from Australia. Austria? Does that say
I wish
Australia?
we knew more about wine.
I know.
It's sad. But
well, we know a good amount. I mean,
yeah.
I think we were probably, I'd put myself in the upper 5 percentile of knowledge, right?
I would think I'm somewhere around there as well.
Right about that. Yeah. I mean, you can tell, really, a lot of that went in my nose.
It's good.
It is good. I don't know. I don't know what he was smoking about it. I don't know why he's. I thought it was all hot
down
molly.
on it, and I don't know.
More like Manischewitz, maybe. That's a good wine.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
I agree.
Maybe it's a little skunky. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what he was smoking when he reviewed that. Thing.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. To each his own. I mean, if he really thinks he's all that in a bag of chips, then at least he's got a bag of chips.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying.
Guys, I kind of forgot more about wine than you know.
Holy crap.
He's here.
Gary, what? Did you just fly in from New Jersey just to tell us?
Dirty Jers. And it's Grant Burge. Oh, and
Grant Burge?
it's Vaynerchuk.
Vaynerchuk. Yes.
God, I knew it was something.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Dude, thanks
we
for
do
coming
appreciate
out.
it.
Totally. And we're totally joking. This is actually a kick-ass
I need to
bottle
know
of wine.
more about this, though. First of all, what does it mean when you have all those little bits at the bottom? I know it's the grape.
Sediment.
Should I not drink that?
You should definitely drink that.
Really?
That's what gets
killer.
you to the next level.
Ooh, we like going
Next
to next level.
Like, it's like MILF and Cougar, next level.
Now you're speaking our language.
Nice. Well, let's put.
All right.
We
So we got a
started
little
drinking
sediment.
this already.
Finish it off.
Dude, we started drinking
Don't
this before
spill this on my couch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll vomit it on your couch.
Dude, are you going to bring that up forever?
Yes, until I get a new couch.
That's right.
And then I won't feel bad because I'll be sitting on somebody else's couch.
Yeah, and if you missed our episode a few weeks back, check out WineLibraryTV.com.
Yes,
He does
definitely.
a video podcast all about wine. We're just starting to get into it. Obviously, we could hardly pronounce the name of the bottle, so we really don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But if you want to learn more, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, WineLibraryTV.com.
Yeah.
So let's get right into our episode, shall
Thanks
we?
for the wristband, too. He brought us a bunch
yes.
of swag and stuff.
Dude, you're like a Vander checking.
You have a wristband, so I figured, like...
A Vaniac.
No, we can't do this. We match now. No.
Do this, like this. Like
That's
this.
lame.
Spider-Man 2.
Did you see the latest one, Spider-Man 3?
I guess you don't watch my other show.
I didn't see that episode. I know you went to the screen.
We reviewed it on my the other episode.
Okay,
of
so you can
Diggnation.com.
people can go check that out.
Totally
But just give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. What did you think?
I went like this.
Okay.
Way like this.
Okay.
Big Z's like this.
Thank you. That's what I need to know. I'm gonna go check it out. So.
Oh, and you need to tell some people about
Yes.
some news that happened.
So before we get started, we wanted to chat real quick about the whole HD DVD thing that happened on Dig. And you're the one that actually called me about this when I'm getting off the plane.
In LA, which
In
of course
LA.
you neglected to tell me he was coming to my neck of the woods.
No, I had to come out for a conference the next day.
For like 5 minutes, you can't get a beer with a bro?
No, dude, we were gonna
Just
have
saying.
lunch. And
I'm
then,
just saying.
Okay, well, the conference ran long.
So yeah, I called Kevin when all the stuff was going down, and I was like, so what's up?
I know. There's a little bit of craziness. If you weren't on the site that day, basically, there was a code that was posted that was, they said they didn't know if it worked or not, and it was a key that somehow could if used in the right way, be integrated into a piece of software that would eventually decrypt an HD DVD.
It was very vague.
Right. So we saw this on Dig. We got a cease and desist to take it down. And we took it down, and then it just blew up online. I mean, it was everywhere. There was CNN covered it.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
And there got to a point where we realized the community was pretty much up in arms about this.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was on a plane at the time, and then I landed, got to my hotel room, and I started reading all the comments. And I was talking to Jay on the phone. Jay's the CEO of Dig.
Yeah.
And we were chatting about, like, I mean, obviously, all these comments that were coming in, people were like, this is free speech. I mean, this thing is everywhere. It is all over the internet. Why are you blocking this? And we thought to ourselves, well, it is kind of a free speech thing because it's pretty much on every blog and website on the earth now.
Yeah, so now it's sort of a joke.
And yeah, so we kind of threw our arms up in the air, and we allow it to be posted to dig.com now. But I definitely want to be clear with people that we're not like advocating piracy, because like we don't want Dig to turn into like a huge pirate bulletin board. And
well, that's not what it was for.
And yeah, but it was a pretty crazy 24 hours.
Yeah.
It was pretty nuts. I mean, to see it blow up on the web and kind of get spread all over the place.
Yeah.
I'd never seen the community react like that. It was just like crazy to watch it unfold.
Well, that's one of the cool things about the web, you know what I mean? It's like a wildfire.
It was. I mean, especially when it started hitting like all of these large, major media organizations. It was funny watching like the reporters try to explain what was going on. They're like, there is a key that, and then like they pretty much
That
know
unlocks the world of leprechauns and dragons, I've been told.
And
We don't know, but young people do. Like,
Exactly.
that's funny, dude. I'd love to see somebody try to explain that.
It was all over the place.
CNN or
Jay did
whatever.
a good job on CNN though. That was pretty cool.
That's good. Good for him. He's a nice guy.
But yeah, the traffic to the website that day was pretty nuts because people hadn't. A lot of people hadn't heard about Dig. And what's this Dig thing? You know, and they came to the website, and it was a pretty crazy time. But
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got to tell everybody your opinion.
Yes, and well, we should say one
And
last thing.
I was so
People
so
were
gonna tell
calling
you
us
to do
out
that.
about being sponsored by HD DVD, and like that's the reason. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, we want to let everyone know that our sponsors. We don't even talk to our sponsors.
Except for Gary.
Right.
I love that this is the episode where we're like, we don't even know most of our sponsors. Gary, it's totally cool. We're just going with it.
No, honestly, when there's a big company like an HD DVD,
Yeah, we're just like
They have,
15 people deep before we talk to
they
anybody.
have a creative agency that creates the creative, then it goes to a media buyer. The media buyer talks to Federated Media,
Yeah.
who then we get a phone call saying that they're going to do an ad buy on like 10 different sites, and we just happen to be one of those sites.
Yeah.
They send us the copy, and they're like, this is what we want you to talk about. That's all the communication that we have with
then
these
we
guys.
get drunk and mispronounce all the copy.
Right, and then
we get paid.
One thing we haven't told people, and we've
no.
never said this, we should mention it though. We won't mention the name of the sponsors. Come on, can we say that?
I know, I love it. Dude, you know me.
Okay, so we have had 2 episodes now where we had to.
Well, the sponsors just didn't know what they were getting.
Right, and
that was really the problem because we're very clear with what we give.
Right. So we
they weren't-
recorded the episode and we sent them a copy of it before we released it to the public.
Now, I will say that there was a lot of talk about transvestites
Right,
and
and
going to
missiles.
Mexico.
Right.
So I can understand how a normal company may be turned off by that.
Right, and so we were trying to tie it together with the sponsorship, and basically we lost like 10 grand, 15 grand, something like that.
Something like that. But you know what? We did that for you.
Yep.
We
And
lost money for
So
you.
you could laugh at our jokes, and basically they'll never talk to us again.
But damn, those were funny.
They were funny.
Although I don't think they've even heard any of those.
They didn't. Someday we have to air the stuff that got banned in like a special DVD or something.
Yes.
We could do that, right? Perry?
Well, when we're past all the legal problems that we
Right.
had with those companies.
So anyway, here we are.
Speaking of weird companies making bad decisions, how about Comcast plays porn instead of cartoon on Disney Channel? 2,817 people dug the story submitted by Brian Mark. I guess it's a 2-person submission team. That's awesome. This issue was confirmed as a programming error, which occurred around 9:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning. This...
Dude, first of all, let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
So programming error, does Disney control what gets brought? I mean, did they put the wrong tape in it? And if so, why is there porn in the Disney studios?
Well, first off, why shouldn't there be porn in the Disney studios? I believe there should be porn everywhere. Secondly, sometimes you label your tapes. I mean, let's just go back to the high school years, maybe even a little before there. You got that VHS Maybe it's a Betamax if you really were
They're not
handsy.
using VHS at Disney. Something tells me this was like...
All right, well, you work at Disney, so your porn has to be high quality, so you record it on Beta SP.
Right.
You're not going to label that porn. Maybe you label it Mickey Mouse's Fun Hour for Kevin.
Right.
So that you know, and maybe somebody goes, oh, geez, we missed the Mickey Mouse Fun Hour tape. Where's the, oh, this one, Kevin's tape. Boop.
So how long was it on for? Was it like just an intro where like the credits start playing, or was it like full blown?
Well, it's, they don't really say how long. Mainly it's just a big apology.
Right.
It was the
bonus.
it was the Handy Manny cartoon that was supposed to be playing, was abruptly interrupted yesterday when Comcast honchos mistakenly aired the porno in sections of Jersey.
Yeah, but you know what?
Oh, it only happened in Jersey. Well, go figure.
On the bright side,
Well-
great kind of segue for parents to talk to their kids about sex.
Yes, except of course
the first time.
this content was geared to the ages of 3 to 6. So I don't know if it's like, what's that guy doing to that lady? And you're like, well, son, it's time you know.
Well, at least
When
then
a
you can kind
man
of like
loves
play
a
it
woman's
off.
vagina.
Like you can be like, you didn't just see that, Timmy.
You know what you do? You just smack him on the face. You go, what were you doing? And they're like, what happened? I didn't even see what happened.
You put that on the TV.
You
I'm
did
sure
that.
some kids got blamed somewhere.
Oh, dude, where you're like, da da da, and the mom comes in and is like, totally not me, dude. I don't even know what that. I swear to God, we're still on Disney.
I swear it's Disney.
Oh, bell comes out.
Oh, totally.
It was so Disney. Hannah Montana, where are you?
I know it's well, this is unfortunate, but
Funny,
funny,
really funny.
very funny.
I wonder if people got fired. See, I always hate when things happen where you're like, person probably got fired.
Somebody got fired for
Well, I
this.
know, but I feel bad if that's the thing. You're like, whoopsies.
Yeah.
Porn. Although porn on Disney Channel, it could have been any other channel. You know what I mean?
Right. Totally. Disney.
If this was FX, they would have been like, the ratings for FX spiked yesterday
Right,
when
totally.
porno was actually inserted. You know what I mean? But flash to it's Disney and there's like 4 kids with,
yeah,
weird post-traumatic cock syndrome.
That's true. Did you ever have an experience like that where you got exposed to cocks at an early age?
Not that I remember. I might have some repressed things, but nothing that I can remember.
I think the first time we got.
The first time you got exposed.
I saw porn,
I'll tell you. Yeah, let's
was
go.
in the desert. There was like a folded up like Playboy.
Dude, mine was in a sewer. I swear to God.
What were you doing? Oh, little kids playing around in
kids, you
sewers.
fuck around in
You fuck
sewers.
around in sewers.
In Virginia?
For sure, you make forts in sewers and shit.
Dude, yes. This
Yeah.
one, and there was some porn. It was like all dirty and busted
and you
up.
looked at it and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, and there was like 3 friends. We had to like share it.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
Each person had it for like a day.
People, yeah, take it home.
Yeah, of course.
You put it underneath your covers.
Are you gonna leave it in the sewer? It's
Yeah,
a sewer.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's good. That was a good trip down somebody's lane that we don't ever want to go down again.
All right, so
Next story.
Comcast, sorry about that.
Yes.
Paris Hilton going to jail. Thank God. 2,824 people dug this story. Submitted by Mudge. Paris Hilton should be jailed for 45 days for violating terms of her probation and for an alcohol-related reckless driving conviction, city prosecutors say.
Prosecutors?
So, prosecutors.
Got it.
There you go. So Paris Hilton pretty much is screwed.
Well, I didn't even know. I mean, all of a sudden it was like, oh, she's going to jail. I was like, what? How was she not in jail already? I mean, like, what?
Well, I mean, she got that
What does she have to do to put
violation.
herself over the edge?
Then she started driving again, and then she got caught, and then she's 10 minutes late to her court date. Like, she shows up late, like, a la Michael Jackson. And,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to say that I think it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I always feel bad when people go to jail just for any
No.
reason.
It gets her street cred.
Really?
I don't know.
Do you think she's ever going to have street cred?
I don't understand. I don't even know why we're talking about her, because I hate the fact that people talk about her. I was just going to say, like, I hate it that the media covers her, and then, like, we're blasting this out to, like, 200,000 people.
I don't know. I think we were loosely described as media,
Yeah.
but
Well, we talked to her about, not to her.
we did. We've talked to
Here's
her
the
a
footage
number
of
of
that.
times. Yeah, it's just you and Prager, and you're completely hammered. You're like, I remember when I had a nice conversation with Paris Hilton.
You look like Paris Hilton, but you look beautiful. No, Prager, you don't look like
that
Paris
was
Hilton.
that was more funny when we were drunk, and that was 2 days ago.
So that sucks for her, but I think it's good. It shows that stars are not above the law.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, I like it when people who, I mean, look, if you're gonna do stupid illegal things, then you should go to jail. I mean, that's
Dude,
the bottom
if I went
line.
to jail, tattoos come out, and you're just like fucking a little bit harder than you were when you went.
So you got like dig tattoos. And,
You know, you get some old E. You get old English on you somewhere. You ever want any Old English tattoo? You don't. Want
Wait, you mean like,
tattoos.
well, that's true, but also, you mean like written in Old English or the
Yes.
word Old English?
No,
Like, thine be
English.
the killer.
no, like Old English, like Tupac style, like just some crazy shit.
You mean like calligraphy? Oh, well, you're using Old English. There's the word Old English. There's
everyone
eight
knew what I was
ball.
talking about. You guys know what Old English? Glenn, you know what Old English tattoos are, right? Yeah, see, oldie. It's
It's a tattoo lingo.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't.
You need to get some tats, dude. You need at least one.
Dude, what ink would I get that would be anything good?
I don't know. You get something.
Like a spider on my face or something?
No, there's something you could get.
Like what? Because you got stars and flames, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the idea of just having more tattoos, but I think it's once you get one, you want more. I think that's what it comes down to.
Ah, so that's why I haven't gotten one.
Right. So don't do that.
I will
Dude,
try
you gotta
not
talk
to.
about this next story. This is the weirdest one I think we've ever had.
This actually scares me
Yeah.
a little bit, more than the zombie dogs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
say.
agree.
Boy has spiders living in his ear. 2,716 people dug the story submitted by Evan M., a 9-year-old American boy who was suspicious of a Rice Krispie sound in his ear, found to have a couple of spiders living in there. What began as a faint popping turned into an earache for Jesse Courtney from Albany, a state in Oregon. Wow. So basically what happened was he shows up.
It said Albany in the state of Oregon, not a state in Oregon.
Albany, it's a big state
Inside
in
of
Oregon.
Oregon.
It's what they call a microstate. Not many people know this phenomenon, but it is true. In
started to divide
Florida,
up.
there's a New York in Florida, which is a microstate of Florida. There's a French Polynesian has a couple microstates. I think Guam is a microstate.
Very true. So what did they find out? What kind of spider was this?
So this is what happened. He's like, "Ow, fuck my ear. What's this weird popping noise?" So they go to the doctor, and the doctor irrigates, flushes
I've had
the
that
ear,
done.
which we
Don't
have
get that
talked
shit
about on
done.
Diggnation. Well, get it done if you hear Rice Krispie spiders.
Right.
Seriously, don't. I mean, would you rather have this? So basically, they flush this ear, and out slides this itty bitty spider.
Well, it's not itty bitty. Look at how big that freaking thing is.
Like about that big.
Ugh.
They said it's about the size of like a
Quarter.
no, not a quarter.
Dime.
Pencil eraser.
Oh, that's not that bad then.
Well, but he had more than one.
Oh shit.
So there's like the water comes out and there's a dead spider in it. He was like, and the doctor's like, "Oh, gross! There's a dead spider in there. Let's flush it out again."
fuck.
And the other one was just like hanging onto the walls, like, "Motherfucker, what's coming in?"
So did
here?"
they have babies and like little eggs inside of his ear?
That was what the popping noise was the spiders
shut
walking over his eardrum. The spiders were walking
And they were
back and forth
nesting in
over
his
his
ear.
eardrum, and that's what the popping was.
Oh, props to the spiders. It is warm and probably nice.
Dude,
place to
it's
live.
probably a great place. You're in Oregon. You know, I mean, shit. It's a worse place to be than in some weird kid's ear in Oregon.
Totally. Oh,
You
man.
want to move to Oregon? Shit.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
First
they
of all-
know.
Okay, first of all,
Now you're not going to go to
no,
Oregon
this
because
kid
now
is
they have
stupid.
ear
This
spiders.
kid is stupid
Why?
because, first of all, why is he showcasing his spider like that? He should have a picture of him like that.
Well, he
Number
took
one.
the spiders home as a souvenir. Like, oh, this fucking thing was in my
Number
ear.
two, if I hear something moving around in my ear, I'm stabbing my eardrum with a Q-tip until I kill whatever it is.
And
that is in
who's
my
the
ear.
idiot, Kevin?
No,
the
no, no,
kid.
no.
The kid who has
Oh,
two
could you
solid
imagine if it
eardrums.
stung your eardrum and it like flared up? Ugh.
Well, first off, they don't sting.
How do you know? What kind of spider was it?
No spider stings. They can bite,
The bite, that's what I meant.
and that would suck. Did I ever tell you about my friend's daughter had a Q-tip in her ear, and she was like jumping on the bed and fell over, and it punctured right through her eardrum?
That's just stupid.
Well, I didn't think it was a great idea. I'm sure she thought it was a brilliant idea.
No.
Did you ever do that when you were a kid?
No.
Jump around and shit and hurt
Not with
yourself?
shit in my ears.
Well, not...
Yeah, I used to jump on trampoline. We had this badass thing set up, dude.
dude, I can kill trampoline
No,
shit.
no. I had two big trampolines. The neighbor had one and we had one. We would jump over the wall to get into the other trampoline. How badass is that? And there was like a big ass drop on the other side.
I'm surprised you're alive.
Yeah, it was fun.
What would you do on the thing? I could do...
Front flip.
Yeah?
I could do a back flip where you land on your back and do a back flip.
What?
I could jump off the roof
oh,
and do like Indian cross, land on your butt and then bounce up.
okay.
A pancake where you land on your stomach and then go to your back.
Sure, of course.
Without touching your feet.
Of course.
Um,
I could do. I had. We had a trampoline. Loved fucking trampoline shit. Because when you're a kid and you're stupid, you do
oh,
shit
dude,
on a
you
trampoline.
put water
should
on
never-
it and it turns
my
into
buddy,
like this flat surface.
My buddy tried to do 2 full twists, like a double
front
front
flip,
flip,
yeah.
and fucking landed right on his face. folds his whole back over with his neck. I swear to God, I was like, well, he just got paralyzed. I mean, I swear to God, he's just like, oh, we're like, can you move everything? And he's like, I think so. Oh, and we were like, dude, all you had to do, you came out too early. And he's like, try it again. And no, he didn't. But front flip, half twist in between the front flip.
I thought Prager just threw something at me. Oh, there's that fly. That's what it is.
What do you got flies?
I don't know.
How am I the guy who's got the flies in his house?
There's fruit flies this time of year in San Francisco.
It's Northern California, and we're drinking wine. So anyway, if you hear snap, crackle, pop, just pray to the Lord Jesus above that you are not
being
filled with spiders. Or venomous rage.
Yes.
Which would also be bad to be filled with.
Next story. Anti-God Starbucks cup has customers steaming. 3,885 people dug the story submitted by D3
I love the punny.
Max. He's good writer. Yeah. Woman says, I don't think there's a need to be religious dialogue on it. I just want coffee. So this is, okay, so we don't talk about, we try not to touch on political stories or religious stories.
Sure. That's not what people come to see.
Right. Yeah. But I agree that religion does not belong either pro or con on the side of the Starbucks cup.
At all.
And they're like putting these anti-religious statements and then some, was there a pro one? I don't know. But
I don't know.
It's just, I don't know why Starbucks would do this.
It's the coffee cup thing. You know how they have like the little like sayings on the side of the coffee cups?
Right.
Well, one of the sayings is like, why are we praying to God when we should be fixing dumpsters? I don't know what the fuck it said.
Yeah.
But it was very like, there is no God. Why? Who cares about God? And I was like, what? First off, what major corporation ever sits down at the table and says, well, why don't we alienate the religious sect?
Seriously.
Like, whoever does? I mean, you want to sell coffee. Because believe me, if there's anybody you don't want to piss off, it's the freaking religious people. Because they will ban your shit. They will protest your shit. You will be toast, Bucks. Yeah. So I'm sort of surprised that even came. You know what I mean?
I know. I have no idea.
Like I would never want to do that.
Agreed to put this on the side of the coffee cups. But,
yeah. There's a lot of that.
I know. I don't know why there's so much of that.
It's wine mung. Is that what it is? Sediment.
All right. So
I could be poisoning you.
You could be. I think you could be.
Dude, if we hadn't been poisoned by the Linux, what the?
Don't even act like I didn't drink more than you before we started.
Because I don't need to. Because I don't need to act. Because it's true.
All right. Cheers. So Starbucks, bad idea. Hope you're changing that. Although the first thing that came to my mind, have to admit, heard this story, thought about going to Starbucks, getting one without coffee, save it, eBay it in a couple weeks when they ban them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a smart monkey.
Do you know what I'm saying? Those are collectors, man.
Hell yeah. That's like the pro-Hitler ones. Starbucks are getting really weird now. I don't even know. They're really weird.
Can you imagine Starbucks had like pro-Hitler glasses?
Dude, it would be like, if they had, you remember those McDonald's glasses that you used to get, like the Star Wars glasses?
Yes.
That shit was epic. When you were a kid, dude.
Everybody wanted to collect all four.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, of
Where
course.
is that stuff now? Did you ever see the Family Guy where he pulls out the McDonald's glass of Han Solo? When he started, Orlando Calrissian when he starts telling, fucking killed me. But
awesome.
They should start doing that, like more collector's items thing. You know what I mean? Like
I think they do, just we don't pay attention anymore.
Yeah.
Because McDonald's has that kind of shit. They have like furry.
No, but they don't
tubbies.
have glasses. Furry tubbies? What the fuck is that?
You know, shit like that.
Like British children's programs. You know, furry tubbies.
There's got to be they don't put glass because kids will cut themselves and sue now.
Well, but
I know.
Yeah, it's fucking sewers.
All right. Next story. This is you.
Is it mine? Inexcusable Spider-Man 3's graphics for Wii. 3,333 people dug the story, submitted by Aaron Ba. After reading the review of Spider-Man 3 on IGN, 5.4 out of 10, that's low. I took a look at some of the screenshots and noticed that all the graphics and textures were horrendous. As a Wii owner, as are you, I'm very dissatisfied that developers can't even bring the games to the level of graphics that they were on the PS2. Look at these pictures and you'll be taken aback. And I'm going to say, I agree.
So I purposely didn't look at these pictures yet.
Look at that.
Well,
there's no textures.
Well, it's the Wii. You're supposed to be okay.
Yeah, but there should be like
boxes.
Texture. I mean, look at that. There's not even any there's nothing.
It's boxes. You're not close enough yet to see the textures.
Yeah, you are. He's on a building.
Go back one.
I'm going back one. Don't worry. Look.
That's San Francisco.
The bridge isn't even halfway out.
It does look, holy shit, that is bad.
That's horrible.
The bridge stops in the middle, and basically there's water.
Like,
So if you were
come
driving on the bridge, you'd go
on.
right into the water.
Yeah, like, come on, people.
Can the Wii
I mean,
not
I
do
get that.
this?
Well, no, this is what's happened. This is what's happened. I don't know who makes that. I think it might be Activision.
IGN.
Maybe? No, that's a company
That's
that
a
reviewed
review,
it.
sorry.
But the company that makes it basically says, we can develop this game, and we can develop it for the Xbox 360, the PS2, the Wii. Right? But so in order to do that, they make one game.
One code base?
One code base.
And then they port it.
And then they port it over. And the problem is that if you're doing that, you're porting over these big games that have, huge graphics and all that stuff and big
Right.
texture stuff. And then you port it over the Wii and it goes, well, we can't deal with anything, so it just starts dumping shit.
Right.
And the bottom line is what you really, really need is you need for people to design a game specifically for the Wii. If you have somebody like sucking every ounce of processing power out of the Wii,
Not only that,
then
but
you'll be able to handle games like that. But the problem is it's not cost effective.
I really hope they took the time to is it something where you turn the Wii controller sideways and start playing like this, or are you actually using the thing to cast your web?
I can only imagine that you've turned it sideways and you're playing.
Yeah, see, that's...
I can't imagine you're like throwing your web this, because that'd
That'd be
be
dope.
Yeah. Although, did you hear that Ubisoft basically said that they can't develop for the Splinter Cell for the PS3?
Why?
They just said it won't work.
There's not graphics capability isn't there? Or?
No, it's not. It's there. It's just that the way that I think, and I didn't read the article, so please, I may be screwing a lot, but they said that. I was just about to make something up, and I don't think I should. No, she said it had something to do with the processor, because they have like a 7-core processor, but that it runs in a sort of way that you can't access all of it. I don't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But to have Ubisoft basically say we can't develop for this platform is a huge thing.
So they're not developing any games for the Wii?
Well, I know that they have, Ubisoft is doing
they have
Assassin's
some.
Creed, but they're saying that for Splinter Cell specifically, they're designing it specifically for the 360, and they said they can't port it over.
When does that game come out that you've been talking so much hype about on the 360?
Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
Yeah.
When is that?
It's,
What? There's no release date?
I don't know. There may be. I haven't
Did you
looked.
hear that they pushed Spore back another year?
I'm not as excited as Spore. Look,
Spore's gonna be
I've
cool.
met the guy. You know what I mean? Like, seems like a nice guy. Sim's great.
Dude,
Good
it's
work.
gonna be awesome. You're gonna play it. We're all gonna
I'm
have little
excited to
creatures.
play it. Dude, I'm excited to play it. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Games are awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so get better graphics, fuckers.
That sucks. Next story. Vegan parents starve baby to death on soy milk and apple juice diet.
This is horrible.
3,130 people dug the story, submitted by Ironman2188. Amazing and sad. Vegan parents guilty in infant murder, 6-week-old. Diet of starvation after being fed of soy milk and apple juice.
Wow.
So,
Well, you're a big proponent of
I am.
weird diets.
Not weird diets.
Okay.
I just believe that we should try and eat healthy. And aside from my drinking, outside of this, I'm a pretty healthy person. I
Wine's
eat
good.
Very healthy.
It's good for your heart.
Wine is good.
Yeah, it's good with
lots of really
antioxidants.
good things in the red,
In the
red
scum or whatever
pigments.
it's called. What's it called? Sediment thing?
Sediment, yeah. So I enjoy wine. But honestly, vegans are really tough, man. I don't know if you've ever been to a vegan restaurant. Have you?
Yeah, you know what I have, actually? There's a really great vegan restaurant called Inn of the Seventh Ray.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Well,
But
Inn of the
I
Seventh
think I've been
Ray
there.
in Topanga Canyon. It's outside. It's like by a creek.
There's one over by the Third Street Promenade.
What?
Third Street Promenade, there's one over there.
No, I know that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, this is more of like a romantic getaway. I went to a wedding there, and they got really great.
I went there.
And it had one of my favorite wines I've ever had, which was the St. Francis Reserve 1995 Merlot. It was really good.
Big stuff.
I don't know. Anyway,
Black label.
it was way back in the day though, so it was like $20.
Yeah. So anyway, these so the vegans, it's really interesting because you can't eat anything that obviously comes from any type of
Animal.
at all.
Right.
And that includes like milk and cheese and like
Yeah.
anything like that. But I don't understand how there's not enough information on this story about how the baby actually died, because soy milk is full of protein.
Sure.
Because
it's from bean curd, right?
it's from soybeans. That's the soy milk. But yeah,
Whatever.
Soy is a
Bean.
bean. Yeah. So that's good. Apple juice, fine. But I don't know. Were they not feeding
Her carrots?
enough carrots or mixture? There's not enough information right now.
Yeah.
Being vegan is not a bad thing. I have a few of my friends. My friend JL was completely raised vegan from birth. and is doing just
didn't
fine.
die.
Yeah, these parents were obviously just uneducated in how to feed their baby and what amounts of different things. Because you can raise someone as a vegan and everything will be okay.
Wow, that's a lot of sediment.
It is a lot of sediment.
Yeah, I mean, look, clearly some other stuff went wrong.
Have you ever tried like anything like being a vegetarian or anything like that?
You know, I've
I just saw
thought...
you have steak tacos like a half hour ago.
Well, no, I mean, I've thought about it, and then I realized I'm like a fucking red meat eater.
Yeah.
I love... Filet mignon is probably... That is the nectar of the gods right there.
I mean, it's good.
I cannot... Oh, dude, if somebody came to me and said, I'll give you $100,000 to never eat red meat for the next year, I couldn't do it.
Oh, shut up.
I could not,
so
dude,
do
I
that.
could not fucking do it. I can barely go a week without getting me some big old fucking steak.
Are you serious?
I fucking love that shit.
Damn. I have red meat probably once every 3 months or so.
Oh,
No. When I go to like restaurant,
Wuss.
like when I go to get a burger, I'll get like a turkey burger. Dude,
turkey burger?
turkey burgers are good. Prager.
Dude, the best thing, when I started dating Heather, like
What?
years and years ago, her stepfather is a cattle rancher.
Right.
And I was like, dude, like his truck has a thing that says eat beef. Fucking great,
See, I've
dude.
tried-
And even he was like, Jesus, you eat a lot of beef.
I've tried becoming a pescatarian.
Is that like an Episcopalian?
Kind of. No, it's basically it's a vegetarian that eats fish as well. Pescatarian?
Oh, because of
Pescatarian, yeah.
the Latin
So I can eat
phrase.
sushi all day long, and I love me some good sushi. But just no
So
chicken.
just no
chicken, no red meat.
How is chicken any worse than fish?
Well, fish is full of omega-3 fatty acids. and
Well,
a
no,
whole lot
I
of
get
other
why
things.
it's healthier for you, but isn't the whole point of being a vegetarian that you don't like how meat is processed?
No. Well, you don't want meat to die. You don't want.
Well, so you're fine with fish
No,
dying.
listen. You want to hear something? No. That's a pescatarian. It's not a vegetarian.
I'm asking you about pescatarians.
Yeah. We're cool.
Then
with,
why are
we're
you-
cool with animals dying. We
Well,
just
then
don't
what's
want to
the-
eat. We want to eat the healthiest of the dead animals, which is the fish and everything else. Not everything else. It's the fish. The fish and the.
Because I was like,
the fish
so everything, deer, duck, quail.
like the fish and twigs
rodent.
and shit. Twigs and berries and nuts and whatnot. Now listen.
First off, I don't want that. You know what? This is the thing. Make being vegetarian appealing. Heather's roommate is a vegetarian. She's Episcopalian, actually. I mean, a pescatalia or
Right.
whatever. But anyway, so she eats fish, you know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
And she has some of the stuff is really good. We've talked about this. The shit that looks like stuff that's supposed to
all
be,
the
but
fake
doesn't
stuff?
taste like.
Yeah, fake jerky, all that stuff is great.
But it's great in and of itself. It doesn't taste anything
You had
like...
one of my sausages the other day.
Okay, whoa.
You had.
Yeah, no, I
You had
can...
my Boca sausage, and you thought it was awesome.
I did enjoy that sausage.
Yeah, see, and that was
But
vegan.
it was his vegan...
This is my vegan man sausage, and you even liked it. Now, there was one other thing I was going to tell you about this. I lost my train of thought. Shit.
You know what? It's probably not enough protein.
Vegetarians-
You should probably eat more meat.
No. It's
for
all
memory.
good. Yes, that's it.
Wow.
So,
Well,
I tried it. I
obviously-
still eat chicken. I eat chicken now, and red meat every once in a while. So there's that.
Dude, we just went out and had a steak the other day.
No, we didn't. When?
Yeah, I guess that's not true. When was that? We went out with Joey and we did
That was
Russian
months
roulette,
ago.
or not
That's
Russian
why I said
roulette.
about
we
once
did
every 3 months. I
Critic
had
roulette.
myself a big ass fat steak, and it was good.
I didn't.
every
I
three-
should have gotten the fillet. I just did it because I didn't want to pay for your
I got
fucking
the-
$45 fucking.
No,
thing.
I paid for it.
I know, but I didn't want to I didn't want to pay for a small. I didn't want to.
We
So
rock,
did-
paper, scissored. Is that what we did?
No, we did credit card roulette.
Credit card roulette. If you haven't played credit card roulette, it's
awesome.
game.
It's awesome.
Take your friends, you all sit down for dinner, and someone says credit card roulette. You all put your cards.
And you have to say it, and just like that, credit card roulette.
Everybody puts their card in the mix, and then you let the waiter or waitress
Very good of you.
pick out the right card, and then whichever one gets picked has to pay for the entire meal.
Yeah. It is. It's awesome, and we did
Dude.
it at this steak place. And the problem was they had a steak. They had a filet mignon, which was like $35, which I wanted to get. But then they had this fucking weird, like, summer rental, like, fucking huge. Not summer rental. The other thing, what was that movie with John Candy? With the old 96er or the old 76er that looks like it was the big thing. Come on, anybody? Rental? Summer rental? Anybody? Come on, people. Where are my totally rad guys? They'd know. The thing with the
You should bring them with.
John Candy, Uncle Buck, maybe?
Uncle Buck.
No, it wasn't Uncle Buck. It was with the cabin. Anyway, it wasn't summer rental. That was later. No, close. It was good. I liked it trying. It was a good effort. It's good. Anyway,
Yeah.
so it was like this little, and then they had this giant like 44-ounce fucking all grizzled.
Oh,
like,
you had to eat everything.
$55. Right. The movie, yeah. But it was like a $55 thing, and I was like, well, I have to get that one because if I get the filet mignon, Kevin gets this $55 steak, and then I have to fucking pay for Kevin's $55 steak?
You get screwed.
I get screwed.
Right.
So I was like, if he's paying for a $55 steak, I'm paying for a $55 steak.
Right.
And then
So-
he had to pay for everything.
Right.
So I might as well. I should have just
You know what? I got paid back though. I went out to sushi the other night.
Yeah.
There was like 6 of us. Steve Chen, founder of YouTube, was there.
Yeah.
We were having sushi. Bill was $500.
Yeah.
He gets stuck with the bill, and we're all like, "Thank God," because he's the only one amongst us that has millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So he didn't. Thanks, Steve, for the dinner. Appreciate that.
That's good.
Very tasty.
Sorry, I wasn't there. Next story, pirated movies at Circuit City, parentheses, the source. 3,253 people dug the story submitted by Lumpy Carpet. Maybe there's somebody in there. Walked into a Circuit City, the source is what they call it here in Canada, and look what happened to be on the TV. This is so freaking cool. Basically, they had a TV that was running a movie, and I guess it had ended.
Like loop.
Yeah, in a loop. I guess it had ended, or somebody had
should have
popped
said
out.
loop, yeah.
And somebody had popped out to this. Basically, the menu is that there are it's two files. Flushed.away _ 2006 _ DVD rip _ AC3 _ English _ dash AXXO, which happens to be somebody that pirates movies. And then open season DVD rip.
Right.
So literally, they were looping pirated movies.
In Circuit City.
Yeah, first off, at Circuit City, they could just go grab one of the DVDs, rip it open, and put it in
I
there.
don't know why they do that.
Why they don't, or why they do?
No, why they did this? Like, what? Why?
I don't get why this is, but
It's
kind of cool. I mean, I'm kind of like, dude, all right. What DVD player is it that's playing those?
Yeah, it's probably, well, they have those new DVD
Dude,
players
I
that
know.
play every
I know.
format.
They're like $12. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I just don't understand why they, probably the store manager was like a big geek or something like that. He's
Yeah.
like, here's the way we can automate this. and just make it
Yeah,
play and
or
everything.
had them and was like, whatever, let's just do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then this comes into, okay, well, is that pirating?
Yes,
Whoop,
because they downloaded
whoop,
it.
Whoop.
Oh, wait, they own it though,
Whoop,
too,
whoop.
don't they?
They own it.
No, they don't own
And
it.
whoop,
No,
whoop,
they don't
whoop,
own it.
whoop, whoop, whoop. They have 37,000 DVDs.
Yeah, but the problem is they haven't opened their copy. And
So they haven't paid the $12. But they're also advertising the movie in store.
Right.
Yeah, see, this is one of those, like, Einstein
like a brain
talks
trick.
about this shit. Yeah, it's like trains leaving in the night.
See, I'm all for.
Who's going to Albany?
I think you should be able to do whatever you want with your own content. So like,
Maybe
I
it's
should,
DVD rip.
I should be able to rip everything that I own. No, I'll use programs and decrypt it as long as I own it. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Sure, or maybe if you somebody you know.
Like you do. But I don't know. But they don't own it though. They haven't
but-
actually opened up a copy. Maybe they did. Maybe he took copy and cracked the seal and said, you know what? I downloaded it and this is the own copy and it goes with this DVD.
Because I'll tell you, a
player.
lot of people. That's probably not true. I was going to say a lot of people would probably know more how to get a pirated file than it is to actually encode it, rip it,
Right.
rip out the DRM, encode it, and all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's some hoo-ha.
It is.
So even if you have the disc, you might go, I just want somebody else to do it. I have the disc, but I also want somebody else to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, there's also the speak of, well, we shouldn't speak of it. The
What?
whole, well, like the theory behind pirating and, you know, like watching a movie that you wouldn't actively pursue.
See, you're
What's
big
the problem
into
with
you're
that?
big into that. I'm big into I just want it on my computer right now. Like a good example is I watch The Office.
Yeah.
And the problem with iTunes, I bought the season pass on iTunes.
Right, yeah.
So I get every single copy of The Office as it comes
Right.
out, but it's a day later. So a buddy of mine was like, he called me up and he's like, did you see The Office? And I'm like, no. And he's like laughing his ass off. He's like, it's so good.
Yeah.
So I went on to a BitTorrent network and downloaded a copy of The Office.
Right.
And that episode.
Right.
And watched it. And I was laughing. It was great.
Right.
And then I deleted it because the copy that I have is coming the next day automatically
Right, sure.
through iTunes, and I paid for it.
Right.
So I should be able to watch it anytime I want.
Right.
So hopefully iTunes will catch up and make that all good. Then I won't have to worry about even finding it in the first place because it's a pain in the ass.
Well,
I don't think that's pirating. It's not because I paid for it.
It's not, but the reason why you get it delayed on iTunes is because they do want you to choose to do. You can either pay $1.99, see it a day later, or you can watch it and see the advertising.
They have other shows that come out the exact same day.
Right? No, but that's their choice. No, it's their choice.
I don't know. My problem is that I don't have a TiVo right now, and I don't want to buy a TiVo. And I just want to be able to watch it when I want to watch it. My only source is either BitTorrent or iTunes.
Yeah.
And I like the fact of going with iTunes because then I get the quality consistency.
I get killed on iTunes. I tried to download something on iTunes. I paid for my $1.99 for it, and it wouldn't fucking play, and it was all fucked up, and I got so mad because I was like, I paid my $1.99. It wouldn't work.
Speaking of which, awesome new laptop.
Oh yeah, I haven't said
ass.
hello.
This is it. I love the first thing you said to me. Okay.
Totally Retro logo. I don't know if you can catch that. Diggnation logo. Hello. This is some of the hot shit that the Falcon Northwest does, dude. If you like seriously, even if you're in like a freaking high school choir,
I'm glad they
has
added
a logo.
the camera.
Yeah, and they had a little. There's a little. This is their
Alex,
new.
the first thing Alex does to me is he pulls this out and he's like, "Look how." I'm like, "That's sweet. That's badass."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Look at the camera." I'm like, "Dude, I've had a camera for 3 years. Apple's been doing that for quite a while."
I know, but I was like, but this one has it.
Right. I know.
I'm never buying a Mac, so
I know.
this is now the only thing that it's there.
So is
and
the
it's
17?
Vista. It's awesome. Oh,
how do you feel about the
huge.
17-inch?
Love it.
Do you? Because I'm
kidding
thinking
me?
about getting a MacBook 17.
Dude, have you fucking Kelto hooked you up
I
with
know
one?
he will, and trust me. I gotta say one thing: if I ever go back to Windows, it will be Falcon Northwest because they're freaking badass machines.
Dude, they make some hot machines.
I can't.
It's too reflective for the camera.
See, there's a problem with it.
More or bad? Better or worse?
I
Better here,
can't
better there.
betray
All right.
my Apple folks. I mean, I feel.
I know
like
they have. You've become their very in their pocket guy.
No, they don't pay me anything. I just love them.
I'm
and their
sure
stock
they
is
don't.
Up. What's it at right now? $105 a share, which is awesome. 106.88.
Holy crap! That just happened.
No, it did just update. So you don't have widgets. You do,
Yeah,
but
I
they're
do.
laying on the side. Okay.
Dude, you know what I use
Let's
all the
not talk
time?
about-
Although, why is it not there? I need to set it up. But I use
Your sidebar.
my sidebar. I use the notepad's really cool because I just throw in like appointments. Like I had an appointment at Fox, and I was like, blah, Monday, 5, beep, beep.
The one thing I have to say, and this is not a slam on. It is a slam on Vista. But I will say,
Dude, what's
let me
wrong
say-
with Vista?
let me say-
Dude,
let me say.
no. All right, but then I'm going to tell you about my fucking 360 experience. which blew my mind.
Windows software developers are they're like graphically challenged people, man. They have no idea how to design.
They're coders.
Have you looked at the widgets for Vista? Because I have Vista in the other room on my old desktop. I was going to find some widgets, and they're the ugliest things I've ever seen. Like just all like funky and like old like devil and emboss and Photoshop.
Yeah,
and,
but those are the people. Those are the kids that are making them.
No. Look at like the widgets at OS 10, and they just rock. I mean, they're just so clean. The designers are on the OS 10 camp, and you know that's true.
The graphics designers have always been on the Windows tip.
No.
I mean on the Mac tip. They've always been that way. The only people that ever had Macs were freaking graphics designers,
Creative
and
people,
editors.
Smart people.
No, the smart people were all with Windows.
Actually, most people.
All the scientists.
No, they're
All
Macs.
the mathematics.
Look at all the universities; they have all those G5 servers in there.
Yeah, because they fucking give them to them. Or they'll take them for free.
They have the XGrid where you can like talk to the multi. Have you seen
That's not
XGrid?
true. No. Why would I have seen XGrid? Why do I give a shit about XGrid? But let me tell you this. I turned on my 360. I got my my PC has Vista on it now.
Right.
I turned on my 360. I was talking to my buddy on the phone. Turned on the 360, and all of a sudden I see this little window pop up on my PC that says, "Ooh, media extender found. Would you like to set it up?" And I was like, that's weird. I never even thought. I mean, I knew that you could connect the two, but I was like, I never really cared to.
Right.
Set it up. Took like 5 seconds. Boom. I'm now streaming shit off of my PC. I can connect to the internet. I can do Yahoo. I was watching trailers on the 360, like sitting on using the remote for the DVD.
I can
watch
do that.
the trailer on the 360.
No, on my
Apple TV. Oh, Apple TV streams content from the internet? Really?
It syncs it from here.
Oh, that's funny. You have to actually sync it over to the Apple TV?
No, I don't. I set up one preference and it automatically does it from this point forward.
That's interesting. So you can stream content that downloads instantly onto your PC. You can watch it on your TV using Apple TV.
As it comes in, yes.
Oh yeah. As it goes across the slow ash network.
Slow.
Dude, this was crazy. This literally blew my mind. There's a device in the 360 that I'd say 90% of the people never use. It's a totally different interface. It blew me away. blew me away. I was watching the Totally Rad
I'm
show. I
gonna
was
try
watching
it.
Diggnation on it.
I have a 360.
You
I
have a Vista
box.
Turn that fucking thing on. It should be.
know.
You haven't turned that on in 6 years.
I know. Did I tell you
Because
what I did for my
otherwise it would have
buddy?
popped up there.
Did I tell you what I did for my buddy?
No, but I don't know.
Maybe I shouldn't tell you.
What, did you give him something?
Yeah, I did. He just had a baby boy.
Yeah.
And like he's had 2 kids now, and I haven't bought him baby gifts for either of his 2
Yeah.
kids. And I'm just like, oh, I really owe him something, right?
Yeah.
And so I went on, I bit the bullet, and I bought him a 360.
Oh, dude,
Because,
good for you.
well, because he I'm not gonna say his name or anything, but like, you all your cash is going to your kids
Of
when
course.
like, and he doesn't have a lot of money
Yeah.
to buy extra stuff like that. So, I'm single, so I was like, I got to get him something cool.
Yeah.
And so I had it wrapped, and I had a baby gift. I'm like, I hope that, your new son enjoys this.
Yeah,
And I had
yeah.
it shipped to his house, and his wife's pissed.
Of course, because it's not a diaper.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But now he's got a 360, and he calls me up. He's like, fuck yeah, dude, we're going to be playing, blah, blah, blah. And so now, she's pissed, but, we're going to be playing Xbox 360 Live.
I'm very excited.
Very excited.
Good for you.
Yes.
All right, GoDaddy.com. Get your domain names for just $1.99 with any new non-domain purchase. Plus, as a special Diggnation viewer, yes, I did that to you. Enter code DIG2 at checkout and save $5 off your offer of $30 or more. And get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.
Yes, and we should also mention that we did buy a domain name at GoDaddy.com.
We buy them all the time.
we got-
Oh, yeah.
We got a new website that we've just launched. and
Yes.
Let's explain why we're launching this. Okay.
This is what's been happening.
Yes.
We
Well, you at your house, at your address.
at my house at the Diggnation mailbox, we've received ample amounts of local beers, homebrew beers, regular beers. Beers.
Right.
We have more beers than we
fridge-
could probably drink in a lifetime,
His
let
fridge
alone
is stocked like full of beers.
full with beers. And we love it. We love every second of it. But the problem is, I fly up to San Fran and we drink beers from up here. You fly down, we can maybe crack through 3 or 4 an episode each. You know what I mean?
9, 8, or 9. Probably.
9. Even if we killed 9, my fridge is literally
It's a small dent.
The horn is overflowing,
Right.
as it were. So we tried to figure out a way. How can we allow you guys to support the show, buy us beers, feel like you're doing that, sending us the good beers that you love, without actually sending us beers?
Right.
And so we came up with a concept.
So what we did is we created a website, beerfordiggnation.com.
Beers.
Beers?
Beer, both.
Beer for Diggnation?
get both?
Beers for Diggnation.
Beers for
Let me
Diggnation.
check.
Tell me you got both.
Beer. No, beer for
Beer,
Diggnation.
okay.
I'll get beers before we talk about
Yeah,
this.
good.
So we
Okay.
have both. So beersfordiggnation.com. If you go there, there's
Yes.
a little button. You can choose what type of beer that you want to send us. We're going to cheers you at the end of the episode for saying, hey, thanks. We'll try and get as many as we can in
Yeah.
if it gets crazy.
Wow.
And we'll use those funds to buy our beers every single
Yes.
week. And then when we have our live events, we'll buy a few rounds of beers for the folks
Sure.
that come out to the live events
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And it's all because of you guys.
We basically didn't want you to send us beers that we couldn't drink because we literally can't imbibe that much beers. We wanted to give you a way to be able to still send us a beer. Say, thanks for what you're doing.
Don't
Here's a
go
beer.
crazy. Don't
Well, dude, some of these things, the packaging alone costs $25.
Well,
It's
the
nuts.
shipping is nuts.
Dude, it's
because
crazy.
we get cases in the
Yeah.
mail where it's just insane. So anyway, check out the website. We have pictures of us in need of beer.
Yeah. Because we're always in desperate need of beer.
beerfordiggnation.com.
That's right.
And thank you for that.
Yes.
And we'll cheers you next episode or the following
We will.
episode at that. We got to
We
get
will.
the site up and running.
Yeah.
But,
So Tubes now is a cool, free, personal social networking application that lets you do a bunch of really cool things. Now, what this is it's there's an HTML version. The really cool thing is this downloadable application.
Right, so this runs inside of Windows, and
Yeah.
basically
And
what it
Mac.
allows you to do, is you run this application,
Yeah.
and you create these different networks of friends. So if you have like a work group, and think of it as a folder on your desktop that is open to all of your friends.
Right. Or
So-
everybody that you invite to that folder.
Right, so I can create
Or
a folder.
tubes, as they're
Right,
called.
tubes. The tube. So if I drop something in the tube, if you drop a file in the tube, it automatically appears on my desktop.
Right.
It's like Apple.MaxSync on crack, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
So,
And I think there's up to 2 gigs of storage space per tube.
right, and they said that you have to sign up now to get that because they're probably going to scale that back once they do their next major launch. So
Right. So
if you want to get the 2
frickin'
gigs of
go
space,
sign up for that now.
Yeah, so
I'm totally going to do it because and the other thing is you can have as many tubes as you want, but you can set the different tubes to have different people associated to them. So you
Right.
can have like the people I play volleyball with tube, and you can grab all the pictures from playing a volleyball tournament into that tube, and everybody has them.
And it will do things like automatically create like a little mini blog of the files that are in there, so you can browse to it like a little web server and see all the different pictures. There's a lot of stuff to it. It's something that we checked out the other day. The guy actually came over to the office and we were playing around with it. So
yeah, no, it was really cool. And also they're going to do something really cool for Mother's Day. If you go for a last-minute gift idea, you can actually hit up tubeyourmom.com.
Right, because we all want to tube our mom.
Everybody, well, I don't know about, all right, that was horrible. But where you can set up and share photos straight to your desktop. So basically, she can have this little application running on her desktop, and you can drag photos of you and your baby and Kevin's tube.
Why do I always mess up our sponsors?
You go everywhere.
Sorry, tubes.
So check out tubesnow.com. It's also tubesnow.com is how you can also pronounce it.
At the beginning, you were like, tube snow? And it's like,
Snow?
no, tubes now.
New? All right. Do we have time for emails, or should we blow past the emails?
I think we're out of time, but we should do. Let me do the one. Oh,
do
big
one real
thank
quick.
you to everyone.
Yes.
This guy just wrote in. He said his name is the Internet FTW. He said, "Hey guys, I've been flooded with things by now, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw out my take two. I think it's pretty cool. Check it out.
Yes.
This is a remix of everything from last week.
We'll run in the credits.
Yeah, these are so funny. You got to check them out.
That's it for this week's edition of Diggnation. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose.
Until next
Thank you
time.
for watching.
Walmart is for wife beaters.
Milk Farm.
MILF Farm?
It's like a farm full of MILF women ready to. There could be cougars there too. They all kind of herd together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aged.
Cool.
Hi, Jay.
We're drunk. And by drunk, I mean drunk. Oh, please make him a loop, 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 a loop. Walmart is great for wife beaters, wife beaters, wife beaters, wife beaters, wife beaters.
Walmart's great for wife beaters. Walmart's great for wife beaters. Walmart's great for wife beaters.
Wife beaters. Walmart is great for wife beaters. Wife beaters. And then get me doing a punching motion, and then get this dancing squirrel at the bottom.